Hi, it's Tim Hagan from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback.
When I think about coaching and I think about coaching leaders and I think about coaching individuals, most of the time when we think about coaching, we think about, setting up a time to talk, getting on one another's calendar, and that's valuable. I am not discounting that. One of the things that we are steadfast on here at Progress Coaching, but I would also share with you on a very personal level, and it's called asynchronous coaching. Let me share with you what that means. So when I meet with my coach, I get ready. I got to get ready. But I don't really capture things throughout the week to share with him. And it's not good or bad. It's just kind of the sheer nature of things. Asynchronous coaching is where you can actually share thoughts, observations, audios, texts, video messages on an ongoing basis. My friend Mike Carroll, who is a great sales coach, owns a company called Intelligent Conversations. And he and I will voice text each other. And, we both have shared, hey, what's going on with your family? What's going on with your family? Well, here's our challenges. And then we do it with our businesses. And we ended up buying 2 vacation condos together. And we call it Sunday night properties because we have dinner every other Sunday night together. And we always talk about how it's been therapeutic. And his wife, Pam, and my wife, Beth, kind of laugh at us like, why don't you just get on the phone? There's a value in sending someone a message and giving that person time to reflect and think about that message. So here's something really funny. I actually am in the midst of selling my house, and our agent, Michelle Zeller from Zeller Realty in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, she said, I'm going to voice text you back. She goes, this is kind of neat to do this. And I said, Michelle, you don't have to get back to me right away. She said, well, what I like is I now know what I have to go research versus meeting with you. She goes, don't take it the wrong way. I said, no, I get it. So what is asynchronous coaching? Now, we have a whole platform that we've built that allows us to exchange, voice and text with our clients and documents and, built-in assessments to find out how people are doing, etc. And what's really interesting about it is it allows us to create a very strong cadence of interaction. So instead of waiting for next Friday's coaching session, someone can share about 3 or 4 things. So ironically, I have been asking Mike, Sunday Night Properties, to coach me on sales. And we're reintroducing a new product to the marketplace. And I said, Mike, I really would love someone to work with me. So he's on our platform. He provides me coaching at the end of the week. We get together. And I said, it's really interesting as a recipient of the coaching. He goes, why? I go, I feel accountable to the process. But if I know I'm meeting with you next Friday and there's nothing in between, I'm really only accountable to that meeting. So if you're intrigued, send me a message, Tim at progresscoachingleader.com. I just gave you an email address I just got rid of, but Tim at progresscoachingleader.com, or direct message me on LinkedIn. And we have a whole course called Cadence Coaching. We also do Cadence coaching for individuals. We also do it for leaders. And the whole concept is this, and that is that we will work with people specific to their imperatives and create a cadence of interaction to move in the direction of our desired outcomes, goals, and objectives. Cadence coaching is a form of asynchronous coaching. I think with people's busy schedules, it is an alternative that people absolutely love. Let me know your thoughts.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagan and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.